What is going on, everybody? Super Big 21 here, and today we are back with some more Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. In the last video, we completed the first investigation, who was sadly the body we had to investigate was Sayaki. And now in this video, the class trial. You're late, Makoto. We've all been waiting for you. I bet you were afraid you'd be discovered as the murderer you are.
Listen to me.
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. There we can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime. So they really are convinced I did it, but I didn't do it. Me and Sayaki both know that all too well. But then who is the killer? The one who murdered Sayaki. Is it really one of us?
Is everyone here?
Hold on, let's save it real quick. Alright.
Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you up.
Oops. I guess I have no choice but to get on this elevator.
Well then. Yes, indeed.
When they talk like that, I'm not gonna read down there.
Hey,
Are you scared? No, scared isn't quite right.
Makoto.
I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. I need to uncover the truth of Sayaki's death. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sayaki's honor, I swear I'll find out who the killer is. As I raised my voice, I tried to give myself courage. I turned trembling with anticipation towards the elevator. With each step forward, I can feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already in the elevator when I finally stepped on. The door closed and the elevator started to move. The steel box ascended heavy with clunking sounds towards the school's basement. I wonder if this is how death row inmates feel when his time has finally come. Rather than that, is it more like a defendant when he has received his judgment? Obvious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further to the bowels of the school. Oh shit. What do you think? Wait, what do you think? Does it really feel like a courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right? Not even close, it's total shit.
Well now.
Okay, everyone find your assigned seat and sit down. Hurry up now, hurry up! We did as he said and found our seats. The seats were arranged in a giant circle and was set up so that everyone could see everyone else, which also meant it would be easy for anyone to transfer their tension and unease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. And so the curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle and defense, a deadly faith, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Oh, we got to, okay. Okay, we only have one skill right now, and that's the one that Sayaki gave us. Oh, that's the one Sayaki gave us. Increase damage to the opponent when the statement is destroyed. Yes, that is the only one we have. Let's open true bullets and read them. The victim was down. We already read that. Large number of scratches. Okay, we'll find out all that. All right.
Let's begin with a basic explanation.
Oh yeah, and class trials, I don't have to talk at all, only to give my idea.
Determine the results.
So you guys can hear their voices.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course.
That's just fucked. I swear that every time I just see this shit, this is fucked
Okay,
up.
everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
Friendship penetrates?
Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin!
It's about to begin. The debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about it. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate, would you like to learn about it? Absolutely. As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions. Which means you'll have to use your truth bullets and refute what they say. Any relevant... Hold on real quick, I gotta do some. During your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the left stick to aim and fire with Y. Oh good, they tell me about the Xbox controllers. Okay. Aim with the Y button. Pay close attention to each character's statement and use the truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. Press the start button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Now then, good luck and have fun. Hold on real quick, I'm trying to find something real quick. Okay. So we can just go through and listen to everything. Really? That's not anyone loaded? Okay.
I assert that the one who was murdered...
Oh wait, how do you? Concentration by holding the RB button. Okay, so. Alright.
Yeah, you know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom.
Yes.
So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Nope, that's a lie. Wait, what the hell? Oh wait, huh? Something's off about what was just said. Because if Saaki hadn't resisted at all, there would be no explanation for what happened to my room. For this first debate, we like to take a quick sidebar. If you're unable to spot and refute some lies or contradictions, the argument will repeat. Within the group of statements, some words will appear in a different color. Did you happen to notice? That represents a potential weak hole in the person's statement, a possible weak point. These weak spots reveal important, though not always inaccurate sections of a person's statement. Your truth bullets are only effective against these weak spots, so you'll be able to come on again. Also, you can fast forward an argument by holding the down B button. Well then, good. Okay, so that's what I was looking for. So we know which one.
And the murder.
In the bathroom. So it seemed the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom.
She didn't even have a chance.
Nope, that's a lie.
No, that's wrong.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
Oh boy, there was.
Struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying
Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom? She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide.
Okay, how long have we been recording for? This 10 minutes? Don't want this to go too long.
The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Damn, her voice is hella scary.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaki. Oh, they only give me one thing to choose from.
So what was used to kill her?
Guess because it's the first class trial, isn't it?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
That's what we have to
How could
do.
anyone do something like that? That son of a bitch!
Because the object that was thrust into Sayaki's stomach was almost certainly the knife that disappeared from a certain location.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of without a doubt.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
No, that's wrong. No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
You need to shut your stuttering ass up.
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not gonna change that conclusion.
I'm gonna beat your ass. I used to like you, but you keep trying to put fucking pendants on me.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
She's right. There's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere, just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-starring debates. Absolutely. You can concentrate. Okay, yeah, we know that. Right? While you're concentrating, time will slow down, so you can pay closer attention to what everyone's saying. On top of that, it'll steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak points. Concentrating like this consumes focus gauge. If the gauge empties, you can't concentrate, but the focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest. No need to rush. Well then, good luck and have fun.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret when nobody was in the dining
Okay,
hall.
I'm pretty sure that's the one we gotta
went
do.
and stabbed Sayaka with it.
So he really did do it.
Sayaka, not Sayaki.
Yes, and it's been decided. We've reached the end.
Some way to prove I didn't take the knife. The person who was in the dining hall last night should be able to do it.
So I guess there's no question that but where does that get?
Makoto must have did it in secret.
No, that's wrong. Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
remember what you were telling me earlier?
Yeah, I remember that. Well, I got some tea from the kitchen last night, but when I finished my tea, washed the glasses, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking the tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together, and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that?
I can.
That's right! Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Yeah.
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over.
I swear, this bitch
Which
could be
means
anybody else.
we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned rooms. So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's wholesome!
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
I don't remember this part. This shit's
But
funny
if
as
it
fuck.
wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true! One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because... they're not here anymore.
Someone who's not here? Are you talking about...
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Sayaka? Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was...
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility.
Why is her voice like so like
And thinking
grasping?
back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, She said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it?
I like this nigga's voice.
In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
I hate Makoto's voice.
See? He did do it after all.
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
Damn, if I do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Your first hang... Oh, I hate Hangman's Gambit. As things advance further in the class trial, the Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You have to deduce the phrase from letters flying around and letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use the left stick to aim and press Y button to shoot the desired letter. If you shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage to your influence gauge. If this gauge reaches zeros, or if you run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck and have fun. Something that should have been at the scene, but wasn't. That must be the crucial point. If we can figure out what that missing something. Ah, shit. So, fuck. What was it? Like I said, oh, hair. Oh wait.
Now I understand.
Damn, this one's hella easy then.
That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then, Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
Yeah?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
What the fuck would I get out of my... all the hair out of my room?
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
The killer's getting into the bathroom and the evidence that proves it. The object the killer broke was... the bathroom doorknob.
I got it! evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kyoko said it wasn't a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first, but is that the key point here? We learn about non-stop debates, yes. From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up, but no matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in the debate. What I'm trying to say is not all weak spots you can see are necessarily false. Use a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. Now, it is important because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you fail. You have to rely on your own logic and determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. Well then, good luck and have fun. Oh, do you actually get more now? Oh no, we get one. Right, let's watch it.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
I'm thinking it's that one.
Because Sayaka had locked it.
Or it's that one.
And finally, the culprit had Sayaka cornered.
I'm thinking it's one of those two that he said.
Stabbed her with the kitchen knife.
It was you, wasn't it, Makoto? Admit it. We already know the answer.
I'm for sure one of the ones that Leon said is it. It's not because the door was locked. No, it's a different reason entirely. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it's...
was first, she then fled into the...
Then the killer ran and they got into the bath. At that point, the killer had to try...
Because Sayaka had locked it.
I'm pretty sure it's this one. Yes, it is that one.
No, it's wrong. The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked.
I don't gotta check the time. Oh, only 27 minutes.
After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with walking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yep, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door... That's not lucky at all!
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
The killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked, so they didn't know that the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime was... they didn't know was... oh, it took place in my room.
The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable!
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you...
Fuck you.
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Yeah, they couldn't have picklocked
Maybe
it.
Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then, maybe someone picked the lock?
You can't pick
Negative.
locks.
If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Ms. Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me?
You need to
Sounds
shut the
like
fuck up,
someone doesn't
Kumanek.
know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. That's answers right here. There's no way Saki will let someone in because... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I don't know this one. Switching rooms. I'm sure that's gotta be it. Okay, yeah.
Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
Same goes for you too, Sayaka. Sayaka, no matter who it is, don't open the door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Aw, shit.
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two in 5 minutes. Come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means, only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
Hold on, how much minutes are we at? 36? Good.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But
Of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Then that note. Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Shut the fuck up, fat ass.
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say?
No shit.
Very well then. Pay attention.
Oh, I knew it. Dorm nameplates.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
The killer went to my room instead of Sayaka's, and the reason for that is, it has to be because what got switched between mine and Sayaka's room.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, it specifically says,
I think it's this one. Oh no. I need to consider this more carefully. One more time. There must be a contradiction somewhere.
Sayaka and Makoto in the note.
Yeah. Okay, no, sir, it's the last one. It's the one she
Then
did.
they would have gone to exactly.
The room. No, that's wrong. The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right? Okay, then who did it?
I think we all know the answer to that. There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. The only other person who knew we had switched rooms.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes. Come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you won't get the wrong
She
room, okay?
specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
I'm not gonna stop. Yes, I think that's...
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know why Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword is because when you look at her wrist, there's no doubt. Yeah, this one.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this
43
mystery.
minutes. And we'll go for a little longer. What happened in my room? And what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debate. As a matter of fact, this is actually a pretty good place to end it here. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, and comment for more Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. Peace out.